Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and today I'm accompanied by my darling daughter Aria, and I'm doing a wrap-up video, and it is the first time I've ever done a wrap-up video. I've only done a few book reviews on my channel before, but I am really proud of the amount of books that I have read this month because I think I read 7 in total, and that is a lot for me. I'm really excited about it. So Aria's gonna go sit over here. So the first book that I read is I Am Malala, and Aria actually just ripped the cover off of it and she tore a page out of it too. So this book has seen some hard times. This book has seen some hard times, but I still love it and I'm going to repair it soon. I did a full book review on this book already, so I will link that down below. Basically, I Am Malala is about Malala Yousafzai, and it's a memoir, so she wrote it, and she was shot in the head by the Taliban for standing up for specifically education, but also a lot of female rights, and it is just about her life, and it's a really good book. If you want more, just go ahead and check out the subscription. I give it 4 out of 5 stars just because there were points where I got bogged down by a lot of the information that they were talking about in the book, because she does teach you a lot about Islam and the Pakistan culture. Next book I read is Splintered by A.G. Howard. It is the first book in the Splinter trilogy, and it is about Alyssa Gardner, and she goes on adventures in Wonderland because her family is plagued by a curse inflicted by Wonderland, where they can hear bugs and plants, and a lot of them get locked up in asylums. Her grandmother, I think, believes commits suicide, and it's about pretty much her adventures in Wonderland, and she has a very interesting love triangle going on throughout the book, which played a big part, but in the continuing novels it does not play as big of a part. I did do a full review on this book, and I will link that down below so you can go check it out. Total, I would give it 4.5 out of 5 stars because I did really enjoy it and it was an easy read. I flew through it. The next book I read was Unhinged, and it is the sequel to Splintered, and basically it continues Alyssa's adventures with Wonderland, but Wonderland comes more into our world than it does, like, she doesn't really, actually no, she never goes into Wonderland in this book. The characters from Wonderland end up coming through the rabbit hole into our universe, and she has to deal with it while balancing her regular life and keeping it a secret from everybody else. This is actually my least favorite book out of all of them. I would probably give it like 4 stars just because the ending was superb and it like redeemed the entire book for me. Snared, which is the 3rd and final book in the series, and it was awesome. So basically, for the most part, this takes place in the Looking Glass world. So I don't think that's too much of a spoiler to tell you that. So yeah, I can't really tell you anything because then it gives away the plots from the other books, but it is just a continuation of the story, and I highly recommend the entire series. I would give this one 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5. Everything wraps up really perfectly, but it's a YA novel and it's kind of, I don't know. I like perfect endings because they're perfect and I'm not going to get ideal situations in the real world. The next book I read is Untamed, which is a novella. It's a collection of 3 different stories that tie into the Splintered series. There is one told from her mother's point of view after everything is over. There is one, it's called Moth in the Mirror. It is told from Morpheus's point of view, which is one of her love interests. And then the 3rd and final one is told from her point of view at the end of her life and everything is over. And once you read the end of the 3rd book, you'll understand what I mean by that. I would probably give this, I'd probably only give this 3 stars. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the books. It was really short and everything was just way too perfect in these, and I wasn't as interested as I was with the rest of the books. Like, I couldn't give a damn about Morpheus's point of view. Her mother was kind of interesting, but I don't know. And then the next book I read was The Looking Glass Wars, which is another Alice in Wonderland retelling. I got it from the library, so I no longer have it with me, and I couldn't tell you who it's by. I'd only give that book 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't like it. It's about Alice Hart, and she is the heir to Wonderland, and due to unsavory circumstances, she comes into our world as an orphan at the age of 7. So the book starts out where she's 7, and then she's 11, and then she is, I believe, like 18, 16 or 18, something like that. She's more of an adult, saving Wonderland, and I wasn't interested. I hated the first easily 80 pages because she was 7, and it is a YA novel, but even as like a teenager, I could not see myself enjoying a book, like enjoying it from the 7-year-old point of view. And I mean, like, overall, I didn't really enjoy it. I just kind of kept reading it because it was there, and it did get better as I went on, but I had to struggle through the first 100, 150 pages. So I only gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and I will not be continuing on with the rest of the series. The last book I read for the month is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and I would give this 5 out of 5 stars. It was so freaking good. Do not rip up my books, Aria. So I picked this up, especially because I've heard great things about it, and it was awesome. It was just so awesome. And I'm probably going to pick up The Assassin's Blade, which is sort of like a prequel novel to the Throne of Glass series. And I'm probably going to pick up the rest of the series this coming up month because I am in love with Selena. So if you don't already know, Throne of Glass is about an assassin named Selena Sardodian. She's the best assassin in the kingdom Adarlan, fighting to be the king's champion in a contest to win her freedom because she's been in a slave camp, a death camp really, and she survived a year, which is very unheard of, and she's the prince's champion. He picked her to win mostly just to irk his father, but then things develop more. Like, a lot of people who doubt Selena in the beginning because she's an assassin and they see her as nothing start to warm up to her, and she gets friends and she really enjoys it, and then she has to fight this evil darkness that is looming. And then she has to fight this evil darkness that is looming in the castle and figure out what it is and defeat it so that she can ultimately, ultimately it ends in, it has to do with the contest that she's in. And it was just so freaking good. Like, I could not stop reading this. I read this in like a day and a half. So definitely gonna give it 5 out of 5 stars and continue with the series because I have just been in a YA fantasy kick. And I can't stop reading the YA fantasy. I have realized lately that I hate contemporary YA, but like YA fantasy is almost perfect for me because those are the 7 books that I read in March. I am very excited with that, and I cannot wait to continue to keep reading. If you guys like this, let me know, and I can do more wrap-ups or reviews or anything, hauls, you know, TBRs, whatever. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in more book-like videos, because I would totally be down for doing more book videos. And subscribe so that you can see more book videos from me. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Say bye-bye. Blow kisses. The camera. So Dorothy, hold on, let me look that up.